today. I got that for Christmas.
Good evening. I'll call this meeting of the Cartersville City Council to order. If you will please stand for our invocation and pledge.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first City Council meeting of the new year. Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, once again, we thank you for allowing us to see the dawn of a new year. We thank you for this assembly of government for the city of Cartersville. We thank you for bringing us through another trying year, and we're looking forward to the new year with bright hope and a great future. We ask you to come down, be in the midst of this meeting, and the decisions we make that's best for the city of Cartersville. Guide us and direct us. Bless the one that's absent tonight. Give them strength and health that they will return to the next one. We ask these blessings and all the blessings in your Son Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just break the roll, please.
Carrie Hodge, Ward 1 here. Jay Stepp, Ward 2.
Here.
Terry Roth, Ward 3.
Here.
Calvin Cooley, Ward 4.
Here.
Gary Fox, Ward 5.
Here.
Taft Wren, Ward 6.
Here.
Thank you, Julia. First order of business this evening is the swearing in of elected officials, so I'll turn it back over to you to handle that in any which fashion you care to do so.
All right, well, Mayor, you will be first.
We're getting on.
If you will, if you'll just raise your right hand for me, please. Do you, Matthew J. Santini, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia, and that you will in all respects observe the provisions of the charter and ordinances of the city of Cartersville, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor, so help you God?
I will.
Right. And Ms. Hodge, Mr. Roth, and Mr. Fox, if the three of you will stand and raise your right hand. I'm going to combine the three of these, so just bear with me, okay? Do you, Carrie Hodge, Carrie Roth, and Gary Fox, solemnly swear and affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia, and that you will in all respects observe the provisions of the charter and ordinances of the city of Cartersville, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the city council member, Ward 1, Ward 3, and Ward 5, so help you God?
Will.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to the three of you for continuing your service to the city.
Thank you.
It's an honor to work with all three of you. The other three of you, yeah, it's pretty good working with y'all too. All right, let's move on. First order of business now is the approval of our council meeting minutes from December 16th. And council, you've had an opportunity to look these over and make any edits if any are necessary. Now would be a time to pass along such edits. If there are none, then a motion would be in order.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Council, we're going to throw you a curveball to start the new year. We are going to go into the bid award and purchases. If you've got a sheet here, this would be items 11 through 15. Item 11, we are going to remove from the agenda. We've got some further investigation we need to put into that particular item. So that is being removed from the agenda. That'll move us on to GMA membership dues. Mr. Morgan.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor and Council. This is a request to renew our GMA membership. It is based on the city's population. We're just asking for that approval from you all tonight.
Okay. Questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Dixon.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Bartow County is constructing a roundabout at the intersection of Georgia Highway 293 at Beavers Drive. We have a significant amount of gas main that is in conflict with this project. The three items I'm presenting tonight are all associated with this relocation. The first being the purchase of pipe. We requested 3 bids for the purchase of 825 feet of pipe, 8-inch steel. We received one bid of $27,720 from Consolidated Pipe and Supply of Lawrenceville, Georgia. We recommend council's approval of this purchase, and it's a budgeted item.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion on this item? If not, a motion's in order.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, please, Michael.
Yes, sir. We requested bids for two 8-inch Mueller line stopper fittings. These are specialized fittings used in the relocation process. The two bids were received, and the Mueller Company of Decatur, Illinois, submitted the lowest bid of $9,744.91. This is a budgeted item, and we recommend council's approval.
All right, thank you. Any discussion? If not, a motion's in order.
Make a motion to approve the purchase? Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Last one for you, Michael.
The Mueller fittings just approved require specialized equipment and labor. We do not have the tools nor the expertise to perform this work. We requested a quote from a local contractor as a sole source provider for this service. Southeastern Natural Gas Services of Rome, Georgia submitted a quote of $11,000 to perform the tapping and stopping operation. They have completed many other similar jobs and are fully capable of satisfactorily completing the work. This is a budget item, and we recommend approval of their quote.
Thank you. Any discussion on this item? If not, a motion is in order.
Make a motion to approve? Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go back up to the change order and call on Mr. Forsyth.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. This is the final adjustment change order to close out the project of the filter controls upgrade at the water treatment plant. This final project price of $639,786.50 represents an increase of $46,219.50 for listed various reasons. We're requesting your approval for this final change order to close out this project.
Okay, thank you. Question for Sydney on this item? If there are none, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Sydney. Now we'll go back to the top of the agenda and give it to Mr. Lovell for the contract for our judges.
Mayor, Georgia Municipal Association has recommended we enter into contracts with municipal court judges. We have one that's been reviewed by the city and also approved by the two proposed judges, Harry White and Jay Choate, and it is recommended for your approval. It's for a 2-year term.
Thank you. Any discussion? If not, a motion is in order.
Motion to approve? Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
And the next two items are the appointment and swearing in of the municipal court judge, who is recommended to be Harry White, and the appointment and swearing in of the assistant municipal court judge, who is recommended to be Jay Choate. At this time, I would ask both of them to come to the podium, and if council approves them, then have Ms. Drake swear them in.
It's going to be really uncomfortable for you.
It really will be.
But,
I enjoy putting him in a spot like this.
So we
I've always wanted to.
basically need a motion from council to approve both of them?
Yes.
And put that as one motion?
Yes.
All right, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Both items?
Both.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Both of those are approved unanimously. So Ms. Drake, I guess you get to do your thing.
If you'll go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia, and that you will in all respects observe the provisions of the charter and ordinances of the city of Cartersville, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of municipal court judge, and that you will truly, honestly, and faithfully discharge the duties of this office to the best of your ability, without fear or favor, so help you God? While he's doing that, Mr. Choate, I'll go ahead and take care of you. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Georgia, and that you will in all respects observe the provisions of the charter and ordinances of the city of Cartersville, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Assistant Municipal Court Judge, and that you will truly, honestly, and faithfully discharge the duties of this office to the best of your ability without fear or favor, so help you God.
I will.
And Harry and Jay, y'all are welcome to say anything, or you're welcome to leave, whatever y'all want to do.
Thank y'all for your service.
Thank you. Pledge to do a good job for the city of Cartersville and make the judiciary system one that you can be proud of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Menino, let's move forward with AZ 21-07, please.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is actually a de-annexation of a 1.6 acre tract located at 77 Lipscomb Circle. I believe that's on the northeast side of Joe Frank Harris Parkway. The overall development is in the county jurisdiction. About 194 townhomes are proposed. The property is currently zoned general commercial in Cartersville, and I believe it's proposed for R3 and R3 in under the county's zoning process. With that, Planning Commission did recommend approval. This is a second reading. There have been no additions or changes since the first reading, and it has been properly posted and advertised.
Okay, thank you. Questions for Randy at this point? Thank you, sir. I'll open a public hearing for AZ 21-07 and ask anybody wishing to step forward to speak for or against to do so at this time. And if you would, sir, your name and address for our clerk, please.
Yeah, Carl Lugins, 114 Old Mill Road. I'm just here on behalf of the applicant. I know this is the second reading, but I'm here to answer any questions if you have any.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Mr. Lugins?
And recommending that you approve this too.
I think that was kind of assumed, right?
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Public hearing will continue for AZ 21-07. And again, anybody wishing to step forward to speak for or against may do so at this time. And seeing none, I'll close the public hearing and turn it over to council for consideration of this de-annexation.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 And motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Mr. Menino, if you'll move us on to the next item, the downtown entertainment zone.
Thank you again, Mayor and Council. This is a proposed ordinance change to our alcohol ordinance dealing with the entertainment zone. As you're aware, it does expire, I believe this evening or sometime this month. And with that, I believe it's been a successful endeavor and it is recommended that the entertainment zone be made permanent. There were some additional stuff that was in your ordinance that we've had discussions in the work session that I believe Gary's going to follow up on. But with that, the Alcohol Control Board did recommend approval of extending it and making this a permanent entertainment zone.
Okay. Thank you. Questions for Mr. Menino at this time? Thank you, sir. And council, I know I want to thank each of you. I know last year when we went through a rather extensive process to put this in place, something that I think has been very good for the city. And I think put a lot of time and care into this next round of adjustment to it. And so I want to thank each of you for that and for the respect and consideration you've given to each of the other fellow members to make sure that everybody feels like they've got a voice heard in it. So with that, I will turn it over to y'all to put whatever provisions that you would like in this for your consideration.
Would it be appropriate just to go over what we talked about in the work session?
Good, yes.
And those were the changes we want to
Yeah.
make?
Yeah. Do you want me to reference those particularly?
Yes.
I've got them written down here. We were discussing the proposed ordinance that's on page 52 through 56 of the agenda package. And we were proposing on paragraph 6 to change that. Currently it reads between the hours of 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, and between the hours of 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. on Saturday. The proposal will be to change that to be between the hours of 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The next change is also in paragraph 6, deals with the dates that you are not allowed to have any off-premises consumption. We propose to change item B to remain as it currently is, that the day of the Cartersville High School homecoming parade, you're not allowed to have the sales. Item C is currently to be deleted, which is the ban on July 4th. So you would be allowed to have sales on July 4th. And then item D under that section would change to paragraph C. Now, in addition, there is one other major change to the ordinance, which is already referenced in here, which I will just provide for information purposes. It's changing the cup size from the current cups, which would be a 16-ounce cup, allowing a 12-ounce pour, to a 20-ounce cup, allowing a 16-ounce pour. And those were the proposed, and then also in paragraph 16, where the ordinance was to be reviewed annually, that section will be deleted and made a reserved section, and this ordinance will be of permanent effect until such time as the mayor and council wishes to make changes.
And you did want to know, we didn't want to make any map changes, right?
Correct. Once y'all act on this, I'll address that as a second separate item.
Any questions, comments, or discussion?
Brandon or stickers?
They are branded cups.
Any other questions or discussion? If there's none, a motion's in order.
You have something?
No, I was gonna make a motion, but I'll let you go. You go ahead.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Second.
Now, we're making a motion to approve
What I said.
what Mr. Lovell said. Okay. So, go ahead. All right, I just wanna make sure that that's.
So what are we saying?
We're basically saying we're making a motion to approve amending the ordinance to allow 20-ounce cups with a 16-ounce pour, to amend the ordinance to allow pouring to occur from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, to amend the ordinance to do away with the July 4th exemption, and to amend the ordinance to do away with the annual review by the city council. Those are the major amendments to the ordinance.
Yep.
But that it would stay in place for the Christmas parade and the homecoming parade?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right, so,
And you second that motion?
And I second that motion.
okay, so I do have a motion and a second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Okay, and I believe motion carries unanimously? Did that happen?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
And Mayor, there was actually 2 ordinances that were forwarded by the Alcohol Control Board concerning this matter for your review. The second ordinance was a proposed map amendment, which I think David has on the color drawing for you. I believe that, from what I understood during the work session, that y'all were probably going to either not make a motion on that, which means it would then be denied, or if you want to make a motion to deny it at this time, y'all could do so. It's up to you.
I got feelings either way.
I'll make a motion to deny the amended map.
I have a second to deny the map. The
Second.
amendments. I have a second to deny the amendment to the map. All in favor of that indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you again, council. We'll move on to Mr. Menino. We get to continue on here.
Thank you again, Mayor and Council. This is a proposed change to the capital improvement element and community work program of the city's comprehensive plan. We do this annually because the city has an impact fee ordinance in place. We did have a public hearing on this on November 18th. With that data was forwarded to the Department of Community Affairs. They have reviewed and approved it, and we recommend approval of this resolution adopting these changes to the CIE and CWP.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions for Randy on this item? We're not required for a public hearing. We've already
We
done
had the
one.
public hearing back in November.
Thank you. Any questions, comments, or motions?
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Mr. Lovell, you've got the final item this evening.
Yes, Mayor, the final item is, as y'all know, the city decided several years back to go to having employment agreements with the city manager instead of having them at will service. This is a proposed city manager employment agreement with Mr. Dan Porta to be reappointed as city manager for another 2-year terms. It's basically exactly like the contract he currently serves, except for his compensation has been increased as y'all directed. It is recommended from a legal point of view for your approval. I know Mr. Porter was not able to be here tonight as he is feeling under the weather, but he also has informed me that he is more than happy to sign this if y'all approve it.
Well, I think he's done an outstanding job, and we'd be happy to have him continue if council so chooses. So, Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve city manager's contract.
Second. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 And the motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Is there any other business that needs to come before council this evening? And when you do, if you would please state your name and your address so our clerk can put it in our minutes, please.
My name is Jed McDonald. We live at 11 Galway Drive. We are here today to ask y'all to consider installing water bottle filling stations in locations around town.
Good evening, Council Mayor. My name is Nate McDonald. I live at 11 Galway as well. So over the past few years, I've been blessed to have the opportunity to travel to different cities and see different public parks and amenities. And what I've noticed is a lot of big cities are switching to touchless water fountains that will fill up your water bottle. You just stick your water bottle under the water fountain and it'll fill it up. And I've even seen some that even have little spigots at the bottom for your dog if you want to fill up like a little bowl for your pup or something. So we're proposing that we retrofit parks like Dellinger Park, places like Atco, places with heavy foot traffic like the library, with these new systems, these new hydration systems that would allow you to stick a water bottle under it, not touch it for COVID reasons, safety reasons, and also maybe give your dog some water as well. But the ones currently at the park are a little outdated, a little old, and quite frankly, a lot of people aren't willing to drink from them. So being an avid, I run a lot and I'm out at the park a lot, and usually I'm bringing my own water bottles with me, and I throw mine away, but sometimes you'll see litter of disposable water bottles and such. But this would eliminate disposable water bottles and people would bring their own, and it would just be a lot better than what we have right now. And we've talked to members of the council and also the rec department and fitting this into the budget. So,
Thank you.
I think that's it.
you guys have any questions?
Anybody have any questions?
I have one question, because I love the idea, and I think there's a great place, even in downtown for that. Do you know the cost? I know that you probably had looked into that. Do you know what the cost of that?
It depends on what you're looking for. The ones that just go in the wall over current fountains can range from a few $100s. The standalone with the bottle filler, a water faucet on it, and at the bottom are $1,500 to $1,600.
Okay.
Depends on if you want touchless, not touchless. And I also want to compliment y'all because I think that you have already made this something that you will implement in buildings going forward, downtown and in other places like the new bathrooms and whatnot. So I think the new things will have it, but just looking at some of the older places that, we have the concrete pipe water fountain at Dellinger.
And ma'am, you need to say your name and address for the record.
I'm Mary Beth McDonald. I also live at 11 Galway.
Thank you.
I'd sent a picture of one at Atco. So at the Atco, what do they call that, the field house? Is it Atco?
Clubhouse.
Yeah, clubhouse,
Right there, they have, we rented it for our family Christmas, and it was a hot topic for me. So when I come around to the restroom, I say, oh, look at there. So they have one. So the city is already obviously using that in one of our facilities, so I thought that was pretty neat.
I know that the library would be city-county, so that would be something we would be talking to the county about as well, and some other places in the county, like the Altoona Resource Center, that sort of thing. So So just trying to get some places for our citizens and our guests to get easy, clean drink of water.
And you said you've already spoken with Tom Gillum with the rec department?
I have, and he
Good.
was willing to look at it for his budget this year.
Great, okay. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate y'all's interest and for stepping forward and spending time with us tonight to share your concerns.
Yes, sir, thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
Any other business that needs to come before the city this evening? If there's none, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Stay home. No dogs.